What's going on, guys? Seancutshair back with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you my basic haircut. This can be done on kids or adults. Kind of quick and easy haircut. 2 on the sides with a taper, or you can block off the sideburns in the back, depending on the client's request. But a super easy, balanced haircut for you guys that can apply to all kind of different heads. So I hope this is helpful, but let's get right into it. All right, we're starting this thing off with a number 3 closed. We're gonna let that clipper feed into the top and try to connect to the top with as little effort as possible. So you guys slow down, let that clipper feed, and then we can move on to the number 2 underneath that. Basically, we're gonna cut this whole side down to a number 2. Like I said, this is a super basic haircut. This is what I do on kids all day and adults that don't want it too short, but short enough. Nice clean up haircut. So we're gonna do the 3 at the top, then a 2 underneath. Like I said, if you guys want, if the client asks for it, after this you can simply line it up, block the sideburns or connect it to the beard, and then line it up in the back if they don't want to taper. For this haircut, we are going to disconnect the beard and do a taper into the hair, taper on the back, and also fade down into the beard. So a little bit more advanced, but still, guys, this entire haircut with the beard trim took me about 35 minutes. And like I said, this is my go-to on kids. A 3 into the top, 2 underneath, and then like I said, you can make the decision to do a taper after that if you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the beard with the Slimlines. We'll go ahead and bald this out, come in with the shaver behind it, get it all the way down to skin, then we'll start our first step. So for the first step, we're gonna come in with the lever all the way open, about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Immediately after that, we will flick out that bald line that we created with our Slimlines. Clipper closed at the bottom of this section. We'll open it up halfway and work halfway into this section, and this section will be done. After that, we'll come in with the 1 guard all the way open, another guideline about 3/4 of an inch, and you guys can see we cut it down with the 2 closed so you can hardly see this guideline. After that, we'll come in with the 1 closed and start to work that line out. The 1/2 guard will be the magic eraser that ties those 2 sections together, and then all that's left, guys, is the 1 1/2 right above the 1 open to connect it to the 2 that we started with. And you can see this is super quick and easy. Just knock the sides down, do a quick taper. We'll move on to the other side. Guys, I got this super time lapse. We're gonna blow through it real quick. Same steps, 3 at the top, 2 underneath. We'll taper the sideburn out, disconnect it from the beard, and then we can move on to the back. And guys, it is Christmas week, so I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. I hope despite the pandemic, you guys are able to spend some time with some loved ones and family members and close friends. So hope you all enjoy it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what barber related stuff you are asking for this year. Guys, for me, I'm looking to get an iPad for Christmas. All of my family, my wife, all of them are gonna pitch in and hopefully give me an iPad so that I can up my thumbnail game and my graphic design game. So I have about all the clippers and tools that I want, but that's what I'm asking for this year. So leave me a comment, let me know what you're hoping to get for Christmas. But you guys can see we're flying through this side, it's almost done, and then we'll tackle the back. All right, so moving on to the back, same steps, you guys follow along. 3 at the top, we're gonna connect into the hair on top. Then we'll cut the rest down to a 2 and come in and taper the neck. If you're new to my channel and this is your first video you're watching, I always do the same steps. That's one thing I really preach. So I can cut everything down to a 2, and then my transition from skin to a 2 is always the same exact steps. So we're starting off with our Slimline, punching our guideline in. Now we can come in with the open clipper after that and start our first section. And like I mentioned, guys, if this is a kid's haircut, maybe a kid that doesn't sit still or doesn't sit very well, you gotta get it done fast. Just taper this down to a 2, maybe lighten it up a little bit, come in, line it up all the way around, and you got a perfectly fine kid's haircut and you're finished with it. Now we use the closed clipper at the bottom of this section. Now we're in the middle of it with the clipper halfway open, taking out the line in the middle of the section. After that, we'll come in with a 1 guard all the way open. And again, guys, it's a 2 closed above that, so you're hardly gonna see a guideline here. Flick out with your 1 guard open for your next guideline. Immediately, we will come in with it closed and start to work this line out. And our last step in this section will be the half guard, half open, like a magic eraser. It's gonna take that last line out in between these 2 sections. Last but not least, we'll come in with the 1.5 to connect our open 1 section to the 2 that we began with. So you guys start with this halfway open, just try to connect it to that 2. If you have to close it up to get any spots, feel free. And then you can work your way back down like we are here. I got my 1 open back out, just cleaning up anything that I see, and then we can move on. Now we saturated the top, we're gonna come in and do a nice balanced haircut on top, which means no matter which way we comb it, it won't hang over and it will blend in. So our first step is to connect the length to the sides. You can see I'm taking a vertical section, and then I will just carry that over and cut the top all the same length, working from one side all the way over to the other. And we're going front to back, following that guide. Then we can move over just a little bit. We'll take that guide over to the second half of the head, all the way over to the other side. You can see I'm leaving the front out. I do want to make sure that we leave enough length for him to get a little bit of a little flip up in the front. So we will connect that when we do our vertical sections here in a second. Now we're gonna take vertical sections. We're gonna make sure we don't have any highs and lows. And you can see that I incorporate that front into the section now and connect it. It's a little bit longer in the front. Like I said, we wanna maintain a little bit of length for a flip up in the front. So you guys can see I'm just connecting that vertically, working my way all the way through and making sure everything's nice and even. Now I'll come the front down, make sure nothing's hanging out too far past. I'm just gonna slightly clean this up, working it from one side to the other. And he is looking down, guys, so it looks like it's dropping in the middle, but it really is pretty straight across. Moving on to the edge up, we're gonna give it a nice sharp C-cup. We'll line up around the ears, super nice and sharp. And again, guys, this is just a super basic haircut. If we didn't do the taper, we could just block the sideburns here or leave it connected to the beard. Sometimes you get asked for that, and this is a nice, quick, easy way to accomplish it. Moving on to the beard, guys, I thought I recorded the other side and I still make mistakes. I didn't have the camera on and then I turned it on right now. So unfortunately you guys can't see this from the side, but I already did the other side. This is a 1.5 guard closed. I'm cutting with the grain, cutting it all down nice and even, getting any flyaways cut off, and then we'll start to fade out at the sideburns. So I immediately came in with the 1.5 guard, then the 1 open, 1 closed. Now open clipper and clipper closed to blend that in to the sideburn that we started with. Now I'm gonna edge it up. I'll go straight down the side of his cheek and then work the bottom line across, ball out everything underneath. We'll come in with a razor and get the line nice and sharp, and we'll be done with this cut. Now we've applied some 245 shave gel. We're gonna come in with the triple cartridge razor. This is the fully exposed blade. And I'm just gonna basically touch up the line that we already had on the C-cup. Then we'll work the beard line. I did not line it up yet. We're gonna just use the blade to get the beard line nice and sharp. And guys, once you establish that line, you do wanna wipe off the shave gel. It's gonna give you kind of a false line. It's gonna look extra thick and sharp, but you see as we wipe it off, it's gonna kind of wipe away. So then I will come in after and make that line nice and sharp again. Now I'm gonna add some product. This is a matte paste from Level 3, which used to be Elegance, guys. They have a whole new line of products. I'm gonna add some matte paste. We'll come in with a wide tooth comb. Just give it a little finished look here, then you guys can check it out. All right, you guys can see the before. Not very grown out. He is a very regular customer for me. This is the haircut we do every time. A 2 on the sides with a disconnected beard, taper on the sides and back. Lined his beard up and cleaned it up for him. But I hope you guys could take something away from this haircut. But there's a finished product. Hope this helped you guys. This is a simple, quick and easy haircut you guys can do on the daily for adults and kids when you're not doing a bald fade. If you guys like this haircut, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any content from me. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you, and I'll catch you next time.